House Foreign Affairs Committee, and he joins me now. This sounds like a sophisticated spying operation that goes back 10 years, all the way back to the Obama administration. And it's all part of Iran and its activities in the Mideast, which has produced this war. It's a very serious thing, I think.
Yeah, it's very serious. The special envoy to Iran, Robert Malley, was suspended without pay. He now has a job at Princeton University, but he's undergoing an investigation by the FBI now on mishandling of classified information. Meanwhile, there are 3 other individuals he'd been working with this group that was somehow affiliated with the Iranian foreign minister, one of whom is still the chief of staff to the Undersecretary of Defense for Special Operations, who testified before my committee. I mean, Stuart, this is very disturbing. When you look at what Malley has done, possibly the damage he's done, the $6 billion now that is going to be pumped into Iran, and you've seen what they're capable of doing as you see Hamas killing Israelis on the streets. They don't need $6 billion more. They've already done enough damage. And we're on top of this, but it's very disturbing.
Well, the president speaks to the nation at 1 p.m. Eastern time today. What do you want to hear from him?
I want to hear a couple of things. One, that we are going to show force in the region to defend and protect Israel. 2, that Hezbollah and Iran need to stay out of this. And 3, that it's not going to end in a couple of days, Stuart. I think the American people and the world need to know that as the IDF goes into Gaza, house to house, trying to save civilians and hostages, they can't just bomb indiscriminately. They're going to have to go in like Fallujah in 2005, where they had to clear houses and save Americans, Israelis, and hostages, and also kill the terrorists that occupy the Gaza Strip.
I also want to hear about Iran. Will the president come right out and say, what was Iran's role? I mean, the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post have both said that Iran played a key role in the attacks on Israel. I'd like to hear some clarity on that from the president.
100%. And they don't want to answer that question. They always seem to want to appease Iran because they want this Iranian deal with their nuclear weapons program. But the fact is, all roads lead to Iran. The funding comes from Iran. The weapons come from Iran. They don't give Hamas weapons if they don't intend for them to use them. This plan, by the way, has been in the works for possibly over a year now. And Iran is certainly behind this. That's why the Ayatollah is celebrating and saying death to Israel, death to the United States. And you see that happening. You know what's really sick, Stuart, is you're seeing this in the United States now with these pro-Palestinian protesters taking the side of Hamas over the victim, Israel. Even the UN Secretary General is now showing sympathy for the Palestinians over Israel. Get ready, because that's going to be the international narrative.
It's a disgrace, but that's just my opinion. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Much obliged to you for being here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.